I can't really hold my excitement for the studio setup though, because this is not just a studio tour. This is hard work of last 10 years. Just kidding. So in a span of last 10 years, this would be my fourth office, and I feel like this is the perfect office I could have ever got till now. Because I have had some big offices, I have had a small office which was my previous one, which was somewhere around 250 to 300 square feet. Before that, I used to have an office which was somewhere around 1500 to 700 square feet, which was also great, but I still used to feel that a lot of space is getting wasted. I don't have so much of use for that kind of a space. If I feel like I really want to have a studio where I do want to do my fashion shoots and stuff like that, I think I would definitely go for something bigger than 1000 square feet. But as of now, for me to get a space where I can shoot my YouTube videos and we can and my team can edit stuff and I can edit stuff, I feel like this would be the best place. Me and my team has been building this office, has been not like literally building this office, but we have been creating this office from last 6 months now, and we have got different things from different kind of places, and I would be really happy to show you guys each and everything. So without wasting much time, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the studio tour. So before starting the studio tour, I would like to show you guys how the overall area looks like. The overall area is basically a rectangle with a washroom attached and a small storage. As soon as I enter the office, the left side is the coffee area. That is where I go as soon as I enter the office, because the first thing I need once I enter my office is my dose of caffeine. Takes somewhere around 2 minutes. You can definitely make some filter coffee in this and some cappuccino as well. The coffee machine is from Morphy Richards. It definitely sounds like a fancy name, but it's actually an Indian brand. Apart from the coffee machine, there are other things as well in this coffee area, such as some coffee cups. The furniture used for this cafe area has quite an industrial feel, which I actually bought from IKEA. So just in front of the cafe, we have our secondary desk setup, which has a table lamp, a desk mat, a monitor, keyboard, a mouse, and of course a CPU. This is where one of my employees sits in my office, and just above that we have a photo wall which has some of my few favorite pictures which I have shot. Now let's move on to the storage area of the office. The storage area is made up of 3 shelves which I have bought from IKEA again. One is of course the tallest one, which you guys can see over here, is from IKEA again. It's a basic shelf. The shelf has file manager, Marshall Bluetooth speaker, some plants and some other miscellaneous stuff to decorate. Just beside that, there are 2 shelves of IKEA as well, which again have very industrial feel to them, and on that I have kept some artifacts which I have used to decorate the overall space. I find it to be very artistic, honestly speaking. Anyways, the storage which we have, I keep a lot of miscellaneous random stuff over there, like boxes, mics, hard disks of mine. Now here comes the interesting part of the studio. You can call it a control station, you can also call it a charging station, because we charge a lot of our stuff over here as well. We have a huge switchboard attached over here, which is used to charge different kind of equipments. We have different kind of cables over here just in case. The first thing which I need to of course mention is the pegboard over here, which is metal and black in color. This pegboard I bought from Amazon, and I'll try to mention the link down below in the description. The pegboard has a remote control of my drone, the drone itself, plant pot, some wires, some miscellaneous stuff, scissors, sellotape, a lot of different things, a light to light the whole place, and my iPad is also kept over there. Tend to control few of the lights in our office from there as well. There's a printer as well which we use to print some of our contracts. Apart from that, we can also use this printer to print some of the 8x12 inches photos. And just above the control station, we have a shelf, and above that is the signboard of our brand, which is literally my name. No matter what you guys say, seeing your name written so big definitely does some aura farming for me. This pegboard, which you guys could see, the black pegboard you can see over here, it was very hard to find, honestly speaking. Obviously, one of those options for me was to import it from US or somewhere, or China maybe, but I waited for a while. Then I saw just one vendor in Amazon who was selling metal pegboards, metal black pegboards. IKEA in India also makes these pegboards, but they are in white in color, and I really wanted a black pegboard. This was again like a struggle which I had. In fact,
everything in the studio there is some struggle involved, because even the chairs, I wanted a chair which used to look like the IKEA tan chairs which they used to make earlier, but they discontinued it. I searched a lot in Google and other places, and then finally I got a vendor who is actually making similar chairs like IKEA has made, and I'm really happy about it. Honestly, I have two of those chairs in my office. I don't really sit on them, but they really look aesthetically pleasing. My employees do sit on them. I have a bigger chair for mine, only because I have back problems. No superiority complex over here. There's another funny story of my TV. So this TV I bought around a lakh rupees. Not showing off. I'm gonna tell you guys why exactly, like the context on that. So I was really happy about the fact that I got a huge TV for me to watch and for my clients to specifically come and see my work. Because मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा लगता है कि मेरे clients आ रहे हैं, या कोई भी आ रहा है, मेरे फ्रेंड्स आ रहे हैं, जो भी है उनको मैं अपना काम बेस्ट तरीके से दिखा पाऊँ. तो वी यूजुअली ऑल्सो हैव एन SSD connected to my TV all the damn time, where I have a lot of work in that of mine. It was very very difficult to spot. बहुत मुश्किल था वो चीज़ ढूंढना. But like once it came from the showroom and I saw the TV, there was a light leak. There was a slight light leak over here happening on the TV panel, and the thing was the TV panel was coming off a little bit. It was very slight, but it was coming off. So I quickly ended up connecting to Samsung, and then I told them this there is this problem which is happening with my new TV. Good thing about Samsung that they changed the TV. This is the second piece which I've got. They changed the whole damn TV for me and got me a new one within a week or so, which was really happy. But yeah, it was a very stressful thing, because anything you buy, if it's more than a lakh rupees and you see something like that happening, it just your heart jumps a beat for sure. But yeah, I'm really happy about the fact that Samsung really changed the TV for me. And yeah,
This is the most important place, our office, which is the lounge area. The lounge area is decorated by a tan 3-seater sofa, which I have bought from a vendor in Amazon. We also have a center table which is made up of wood and has a very raw feel to it. It absolutely goes amazingly with the overall vibe of the office. We of course have green walls, and those walls are decorated with two portraits which I have shot by myself. This place is specifically the place where I sit and ponder quite a lot. I think of new ideas, I create mood boards. There's a beautiful plant just beside the sofa and a crooked lamp which I try my best all the damn time to make it straight again, but it's usually always crooked. I don't know why. But I really like this space. I really like the vibe of this space. We also use this space for entertainment purposes as well. This is the only place where we actually sit and chill for a while in our office. I think this would be the most peaceful place in our office. Which leads me to our TV unit area. The TV unit area consists of a 65-inch Samsung TV. Usually fits the place quite well. We definitely do have a piece of furniture just below that, on which we usually have some books and some artifacts. Just beside the TV we have a huge perpendicular mirror which I and my models tend to use to do some touch-ups before the shoot, before the podcast or anything like that. In front of that we have a plant which is from my old office itself.
before showing you guys rest of the studio, I would like to show you guys something first. This is the plant which I've gotten, and a lot of people actually think once they come to my studio that it's a fake plant, but trust me, it's real. And the best part about it is that it blooms flower every day, and it's very inspiring to see everyday new flowers over here. And apart from that, this is the favorite thing in the studio which I have. Funny story, I got this plant in my car because the plant guy actually said me कि भैया 2-3 दिन लगेगा पहुंचाने में and all that. So I was like, just put it in my car, I'll get it. Actually, I posted a story regarding that in my Instagram long back. A lot of people actually saw it. I would rather suggest you guys to follow me in Instagram as well, just so that you stay updated what I'm doing. But anyways, yeah. So this is the favorite part of my studio. It's actually an outdoor plant, but I really like the look of it. So that is the reason I decided that I don't care, I would have it indoors. Till now, it's lasting really well. It's been a month or so and it has had no problems at all. It could be because like I get a lot of sunlight in my studio. There are big windows and all. Another favorite thing in my studio is my table, the center table which I've gotten over here. There's another very funny story regarding the table though. So what happened is, initially I used to get my dog in the studio quite a lot, and not a lot, but like initially I always like to show everything to my dog. It's just a thing. So yeah, I got my dog over here, and the first thing he did after coming to the studio was pee over here. Yeah. And then what I did is, just to control him a little bit, I took the leash and leash ko yahan pe laga diya. And I don't know, suddenly at that particular moment somebody came to my office, and he is very eager that way. He wants to meet every other person, you know, who enters my house or my office or so. So he pulled the leash, and one of its leg, the leg of the center table, came off, and my MacBook was kept on the table, and the MacBook fell, and the MacBook broke as well. Yeah, there are a lot of perks, but there are a lot of cons of having a pet. Anyways, I found it to be funny, so that is the reason I told you guys. Ha ha ha.
I use Hiffen and Digitech lights to light most of my studio, which gives me cinematic light almost everywhere in my studio. I use a black metal cage like structure to separate the lounge area from the rest of the studio, because I really wanted both of the sections to be separated by each other, but I also didn't want the space to look tiny. This actually serves me well for that. Moving on to the most vital and visible part of the studio, which is going to be this huge table in the center of the studio. I'm sure this is visible in most of the shots which we have took, because it's actually so huge that it's very hard to ignore that in any shots. I really wanted a huge table in the center of the studio so that me and my team can have discussions over here whenever we want to. Also, this is a place where we do a lot of shooting. We shoot a lot of YouTube videos over here as well. As you guys can see, there is a Shure SM7B mic attached to the table just in case we want to record anything. It's the perfect place for that. This is the place where I actually think of a lot of ideas as well. We do a lot of scripting over here. By the way, as you guys can evidently see that it's a very creative space over here. So because of that, we also have a green self-healing desk mat. A lot of people were actually asking in my last desk setup tour that where did I buy this from? It's actually quite easily available everywhere. And you just need to type in Amazon self-healing desk mat or something like that, and you would get a lot of options. This leads us to our desk setup. But honestly, I'm not gonna go through with the overall desk setup over here because I've already made a video about that a couple of months back. So I would request you guys to go and watch that video instead, because then it would take at least 20 minutes extra, which I would not like to do, because considering I have already made a video about that, because there are a lot of details when it comes to the monitor, the CPU, the keyboard and all that. We also do have a tertiary desk setup, which we usually give it to our interns to work with. That table is also from IKEA, and it also does have a retro clock on that. When it comes to work management in this office, we are quite traditional. Instead of keeping things in our computer or in our laptops or so, or maybe in an Excel sheet, we definitely rely more on calendars and weekly tasks, which is something we usually write on this glass window with, of course, an erasable marker. And me being the leader of the team, there are of course few very important tasks which has to be done on that particular day, which I give it to my team by writing on a piece of paper and pasting it on their monitors, which helps me out quite a lot if all the team members, especially me, is not available to denote or delegate work to each other. So before leaving the studio, we keep everything back to their places so that once we enter the studio next time, we get the place organized and we don't have to hassle as soon as we enter the office. This keeps the energy of the studio quite high, and I do keep this practice when it comes to my house as well. At the end, I would like to say that from my first studio to this one, I have always kept one thing in mind, is that my studio has to be an experience. It can't be just that every quintessential office which people usually have with white lights and all the desktops are kept beside each other and people are coming over there like rats and working. I mean, no offense to that. Well, that statement was kind of offensive. But anyways, even when it comes to our office practices, I definitely don't feel that coming to office every day is one of our things. Our team definitely catches up every week, twice or thrice, to see how things are going, and maybe if we have some work in our office, then we come and complete that. I highly think that art is something which can happen in comfort zone, and that is the reason this studio more than anything gives a very comfortable vibe, which I really wanted for my employees or for my clients or for my friends to have once they enter my studio. Everything should be a conversation starter, and I am happy that everything is a conversation starter. So this was the studio tour. Did you guys like it? If you did, then please press the like button. And also, a lot of people who actually watch my videos don't really subscribe to my channel. So I would really request you guys to subscribe to my channel. I think it's a fair deal. It's absolutely free of cost. You just need to press a button, that's it. And it would give me a lot of motivation to create more such content for you guys. So the studio is nowhere close to a perfect studio. We can actually tweak it even further and add a lot of different things as well, which we definitely do have plans for future. And maybe we can have an update in future regarding the studio. Also, if you guys really like the color grading which I've done in my videos, then comment color grade just so that I know that you guys are interested how I do that. And most probably the next video I'll make about color grading itself, or maybe I can give you guys some free presets as well to use in your own videos. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys will like the studio tour. This was just amazing. This journey of last 6 months in building the studio, I know it's not such a big deal. I know for a lot of people it must be just an office or just a small studio, but I think when I see my journey of last 10 years, I feel really proud of myself. And I definitely do believe in the fact that if you are happy, it's always best to spread that happiness. It's always best to share all those feelings with the rest of the world as well, because it does grow. And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm overwhelmed. I get to have a studio of my own. This definitely does make me emotional, and I hope this family keeps on growing. I hope our family keeps on growing. This was it for today. See you guys in the next one. Bye.